Hey guys, welcome to episode 4 of Unstable Talks. As always, I'm your host Austin with my host Gav.
Yo.
And my host Josh.
What's up?
So today, this episode, we're going to do something a little bit different. This week we got some questions from you guys, got some topics, figure we talk about some things you wanted us to touch on. Anybody who wants to start?
Gavin, you want to start?
Yeah, I got a question. One of them was, what was the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you? Does anybody want to start with that?
All right.
Let me think.
I got one.
All right, go ahead.
So I'm like 10 years old.
Yeah.
And me and my family, we went to Canada every year.
Right.
And I remember it was like lunchtime. We just ate lunch and I was walking back to the cottage and it was like, a little bit of a walk before I got back. And I had to shit really bad. Like I'm talking like it's never been like this before. Like it's like I couldn't hold it in. So I start sprinting to the cottage because like it was coming out. And as I ran inside the cottage. I ran inside the cottage, ran inside of the bathroom, and literally as I was running inside through the kitchen, shit just came out of my swim shorts I was wearing through the mesh. Disgusting. Fell on the kitchen floor. There's about like 1, 2, 3. Like they dropped on the way.
That's great.
And then I get into the bathroom and I'm in shambles at this point. I'm just sitting here like there's shit on the kitchen floor. I'm shitting my brains out right now. This is absolutely horrible. Then my mom walks in and she just starts screaming, "What the fuck?" Just freaking out. Needless to say, she made me stay inside my room for the night on vacation because I shit on the floor.
Who cleaned it up?
She did.
Wait, how old were you?
I was like, I'm gonna say 10, but probably a little sooner. I was in fourth. It was like 4th grade summer, so
That's funny.
maybe even a little older than 10. That was definitely my most embarrassing story.
Yeah.
By far.
Like when I think about my most I don't really have like anything that comes to mind. I just think of like when I was a kid, like there was this time I got lost in like Wegmans and like I was looking for my mom. I was like little, I was like 8. And I thought this one girl was my mom and I like went up to her and was like, "Oh, hi mom," like mom. And then it wasn't my mom. And then I started crying. I freaked out. Like I was so scared.
Yeah.
And like, I was like looking around. I thought I was about to get like stolen. And I was like, I started bawling my eyes out and I was looking for a worker, but I ended up finding my mom. But that's really all I could really think about.
That's not too bad.
I've
Yeah.
had that happen to me actually a couple times, like where I've lost my mom in like a store. I had to go up to like the cashier and have them like PA it over the announcements and shit.
That's what I was going to try and do.
Yeah.
I got lost at the zoo once with my mom.
Really?
It was horrifying, dude. I was like 8 or 9 years old, and I remember it was like when we first got there, we were just sitting by the elephants when you first walk in to the left,
Right.
and I was just staring at the elephants, whatever. And then 2 minutes later goes by. I looked at my mom's gone. She just left me. My mom literally, I was freaking out. So I walked to the front. I'm crying my eyes out. I can't find my mom. So they had zookeepers just going around the whole place asking for my mom because there's no like PA system at the zoo.
Yeah.
So, and then she finally came back and she's like, "Are you kidding me?"
Right.
She was literally like 100 feet away. I didn't even know. Whatever. What about you?
For me, I've had a couple embarrassing moments.
I know you have.
But so I'll say 2. So this one time we were on our way from football practice and I didn't feel like changing into my shoes after practice, so I just kept my cleats on. But we all had bikes, so we all had to bike home after practice. And I kept my cleats on and we got like halfway home, or like not even. Like we went like around the block and like down a street, and I just I just hit the ground so hard. I fell off my bike. It's all because I was wearing those cleats. I called my mom and she's like, "No, Gavin, I can't pick you up. You have to you have to go. You have to drive your bike home." I was like, "Fuck."
I don't think I've ever laughed so hard in my life when that happened because I saw you. You sat there in the middle of the street crying, your eyes out, like you wouldn't move. Like the bike was half on top of you, and you just didn't move. Like you heat.
I thought it was a good idea.
And then I'm like, "All right, Gavin, I'm going home." And you're like, "Okay, I'm walking my bike home."
I walked it the rest of the way. Nah, and then the other one was actually, so I was in like, this was like intermediate, so probably like 5th, 6th grade. and there was a fire bell, but I was in the bathroom and I was doing a number 2 and it went off and I had no idea what to do. I had no idea to stay in there or to leave. So I didn't wipe my ass. I just fucking pulled my...
Wait,
Listen,
how old?
like 5th grade. Like, I don't know how old that is, but like 5th grade. And I just pulled my pants up. Just didn't wipe, no nothing. Just pulled it up, went outside. Like, and then after everything went down, I had to go back inside, go back and wipe.
Oh, okay. You went back and wiped?
Yeah, at least I did. Yeah.
What time was it during the day? Like,
It was probably like 11 a.m.
oh, so you would have had skids all
Oh,
day.
yeah, all day.
Did you have gym class that day?
No, probably not.
You lucky.
That's something else right there. All right, but to move on, one of the questions, or well, this isn't a question, this is more of a topic, is aliens.
Oh, that's a good one.
So, I think I'm going to start off with this one because there's one thing that came to my mind when we were talking about aliens. And so a few years back, I had a conversation with somebody about aliens. And, I got to thinking, and, I thought at the time, I was like, you know what? I was in like a weird mood that day. And I was like, you know what? For some reason, I think my friend Austin's an alien. I don't think he's from this planet.
What?
Yeah, so I'm not going to name the person, but like me and him were talking. And I was like, yo, like some of the things he does. And that, like, I'm just like, yo, he's not from here. Like there's something like off with him. And
wait, what is off?
It was, I don't know. I think it was one of the, like you were like acting like weird that day and like very like offish. And I was like, yo, I think he might like be
So
like
you
a
thought he was
decoy.
an alien?
I thought he was like, I was like,
Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
And the other person agreed with me too. They were like, yeah, like he might be like from a different like universe, dimension. And to this day, I'm like, maybe, I don't know, it kind of sketch me out sometimes, but
So that's the first thing you think about when you think of aliens.
yes.
One day I was being weird, so you said, "Yep, he's an
Nah,
alien."
it wasn't just one day. It was like just a collection of things that you've done that I was like, maybe he's not from here.
Well, why an alien? You know what I mean?
I mean, because like I just kind of alien as anything that's not from Earth. Like maybe like you're like a decoy here. Like I don't know.
Okay. I kind of want more detail, but I don't at the same time.
Yeah, I honestly forget what sparked it, but like I went on a whole tangent about like how like we live in a simulation and like you were put into like this simulation from like a different planet. And
So like, I know that we're in a simulation,
No.
low key, and I just didn't tell you.
like maybe like not consciously, but like you might.
Okay. Aliens. Well, what was the question specifically? Was it just
Or
aliens?
just
or was it-
aliens. Topic.
Oh, the topic, aliens.
So like, what do you guys think about aliens? They real?
They're 100.
Are they
dude,
here?
No doubt they're real.
Are they here though?
Are they,
Yes.
like on Earth?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Are they lurking? And
I
like,
don't think.
I know. There's no way. If they're here, the government has them locked
for
up.
real, you don't think ET just lurking around?
No.
I don't think that like. So my take on aliens is like, I think there's definitely other organisms or more life out there in the world, but like, I don't think like our picture of the green alien is correct.
No, that's
I don't like
not correct.
like the first thing you think of an alien is like the green like Martian. Like I don't think of that. Like
I
anything
understand.
that is other than humans and not on the Earth is aliens to me. So
yeah.
I 100%. And you know how many galaxies there are? We're definitely not the only people like organisms on a planet.
For you to think that there's like nothing else out there, we're literally a speck of dust
Right.
in terms of the whole universe.
Yeah.
Like we're literally a speck of dust.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
I think they're 100% real.
And I actually do think they're probably on Earth.
I think they
Do you?
live within our society and we
Yeah.
just have no idea.
I mean,
Okay, you got to explain that further.
Like, okay, like I get my theory about you is kind of like, like out there, but
yeah,
like,
it is.
but like you also don't know like what our consciousness is and like what we understand about like aliens. Like we are fully believe that there is no proof of aliens around us. So we don't know, like our brain isn't able to develop the concept of what an alien would really be. Like if there's an advanced alien that could mimic and like copy a human and look exactly like a human, you'd have no idea. It's a possibility. Think about it. You could be walking in public one day, there could be an alien. You
Yeah,
have no
I get
idea.
that, but I'm more of a realist thinking about that.
All
Like
right.
aliens are real because to me an alien is anything that comes from a different planet and we have no idea.
So if there's like
that's-
some bacteria on Mars, you're like, holy shit, that's an alien.
Well, no, I'm talking like something that's got like legs, walks around, like you know what I mean? Like not obviously something that you can't see, something you can see.
Yeah, I don't know. I think what do you guys think about Area 51? You think fucking aliens are there?
I don't honestly.
UFO?
I don't.
know.
I've never been like interested in like area. Like I don't know a lot. So
Whatever happened to that storming of Area 51? Did that happen?
Nah,
Or
they
did-
bitched out of it.
Oh, of course
I mean,
it-
isn't
I
it,
mean,
dude? Isn't that like
it's
guarded
super-
heavily?
Yeah, like if you go on like within like a certain range of it or something, you get like
shot.
told.
Probably shot.
Not on site. Probably.
Nah, you do get shot on sight.
Really?
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure like there's probably like a pier, like there's a big like
Probably signs
fence.
and
Like you probably have like there's probably like a point where it's like, okay, you go here, they give you a little lenience, but
Right.
if you like hit that one point, they're like, we gotta kill him. But like that's cool.
What do you think they're hiding in there though?
I don't know.
Like if they're protecting it, like obviously they need to protect it because it's a government building and like they protect the White House like that and all that.
but I
like,
feel like
Probably protecting an alien spaceship or like a
Right.
crazy alien weapon. Like they probably got something crazy.
I feel like if our presidents knew and like people knew, they'd say it before they died. Like you did like on your deathbed, like, or you think fucking Trump just lost and he's like, yo, fuck it, there's aliens. Like I feel like he'd be like leaking mad shit if it was true.
I mean, his Twitter got deleted and stuff.
Well, like, what do you think about Jeffrey Epstein and like the whole fucking island? And
Yeah,
like
that's
he was about to
crazy.
snitch and then he got capped or
Allegedly.
he killed himself.
Yeah.
Like there's mad secrets, no idea. Because if you speak, you die.
I know that's crazy actually.
It's just I wonder if aliens feel like emotions, like whatever, you know what I mean? Like I wonder if there's an alien, like the stereotypical alien. Like I wonder, you know what I mean? Because that had to have come from somewhere. Like someone had the envision of just a weird green creature with the big
Yeah.
eyes and a huge head. Like what if they actually are real? Like do you think they're like humans?
Well, there's also like, I don't know, because also I have a theory like that I somewhat believe in that like, so okay, say we're living a simulation, that would mean, you know, to me that everything outside of the earth that we live in isn't real. That basically like, okay, we're on earth and this is like our game, whatever, like say you want to compare it to a video game. We're in this earth and like everything is a lie in outer space. But like, that's so hard to like understand because it would be like, okay, this is a simulation and like you're the only one. Like this is your simulation. So like people are going to disagree with you and be like, oh, you're fucking crazy. But they would want people to tell you that you're crazy because they don't want you to figure it out.
Okay. So when you think about a simulation though, who's controlling the simulation? Like what do
We
you
don't-
like
we-
do you think they're actually just humans?
Our-
Like do you think that's what it is? Or what do you picture?
I don't know. I think it might be humans like 50 or millions of years down the line. That's a total possibility because like I think the two outcomes of like our potential is that we're already in a simulation. One, two, technology will advance to where we could like have real like conscious simulations where you have no idea between reality and what's not. Or three, the world just ends due to like something, war, virus, something like that.
VR is getting crazy. That's what they were talking about actually, is like you can just like live within a VR.
Yeah.
Like in a whole different world. Like
Imagine-
that would be crazy because it's getting advanced like that.
10,000 years from now.
Right.
Dude, I don't like
Okay,
it.
10,000, the Earth's not probably going to be here anymore.
Yeah, well,
It's going to blow up.
I feel like
it's like millions.
if I could have like I hate all the like I don't know, I feel like I sound like a 30 or 40-year-old dude saying this, but like I hate technology. Like if I could click a button
You hate
to put us
technology?
back to the 80s, like I like technology, but like we don't need anything crazy.
You have a phone, you play video games, you listen to music every single day,
I know.
you watch TV.
Okay, I could still play
Yeah.
video games without the stuff we have now. I could
What
still.
time are you gonna play Pac-Man? Fucking at the arcade?
I'd rather not have a phone. I don't use my phone for anything besides TikTok and talking to you guys.
Yeah, but like that's
or
very
work
convenient.
calls. That's it.
Like okay,
and it
like
takes up a lot of time.
like for example,
honestly.
like when Gavin got his car stolen, we would have been sitting there at the gym,
Right.
or and he wouldn't have gotten his car back.
I can't believe you got your car stolen.
Yeah,
Still.
straight up out my driveway.
Yo, if
Listen,
you're
it's
out there, whoever stole his car,
Why? You know, you even took.
It happens, man. I was just dumb enough to leave it running.
What did
I
he
guess.
take?
everything.
They just like went throughout my car. They took my subwoofer. They took like a pair of headphones, my steering wheel cover.
Like the steering. You couldn't have left the steering wheel cover.
They probably took it for prints, but like I didn't even print it because like you can't really. I don't have a suspect.
Yeah, there was no suspect in the case, but like I remember that day because like me and you were just sitting in the gym parking lot waiting for Gavin. And then like we get a call from Gavin off his mom's phone. He's like, yo, I'm not gonna be able to make it to the gym. And we're like, why?
In the calmest way ever, he said,
Yeah.
"Yeah, I'm not going to make the gym today." And we're like,
He's like,
"Why?"
My car got stolen. And we're like, huh? He's like, yeah, on my driveway. I called the cops. We'll see what happens. I don't have my phone. It was in there.
Yeah, my sister actually found my car before the cops did because my phone was left in my car. They also took my phone, but my phone was left in my car, and I was sharing my location with her, and she was just following it, and it turned off randomly, but she went to the last location that it was at, and there was my car just locked up. Just, I mean, not damaged, like nothing on the outside or inside was damaged, but like they just went through everything and stole what they could sell.
I bet you there's a crazy adrenaline rush when you take someone's car. Like, I bet you the
Yeah,
adrenaline rush, like, you're in a
crying.
car and you're like,
Yeah.
okay, this is
Okay,
not
what am I
mine.
gonna do
I'm
next?
literally about to take someone. Like, that's crazy.
It's insane.
It's like
I
trying to
mean,
steal someone's, like, it's the closest thing to trying to steal someone's house.
people just,
So how do you steal someone's house?
you can't steal a house.
You mean like
steal-
rob a
yeah.
house?
Yeah, like
Okay,
rob a
yeah.
house.
So going,
That's
yo,
what
this is
I'm
my
saying.
house now.
Yeah.
Get the
pull it
fuck out.
with straps. Yo,
And then
get
they
out the
leave.
house.
They're like, okay,
You can't
911.
steal a
Yo, this is
house.
the exact
I
address.
understand, but I understand that you can't move a house. I get it.
Robbing a house. That's what you're
Okay,
saying.
robbing a house, whatever. You know,
You get
it's-
evicted by just random people with some guns. Get the fuck out.
Yo, run through.
All right. I had a question that I wanted to answer that I liked a lot. I actually have two, but we'll go with this one because I think we can have. Okay. So this one was from Javon Magna. Shout out Javon. Biggest lessons learned throughout the years. What do you guys think?
Biggest lessons?
Yeah.
Not to care about anything, really, other than important, like actual important things in your life. You should take life very nonchalant to an extent, but like also at the same time you can't because you have to like be productive.
When you say nonchalant, what do you mean? Like not like
Like with other people in your life, I believe. Like you have to like focus on yourself a lot more than you like would think. I mean, well, because it depends. Like some people focus on themselves, some like are like very caring for others, and you know a lot of people end up getting hurt for caring about others. And it's a hard concept to understand that like being selfish at a point of time is necessary. Like you should be selfish, and for some people it's hard to wrap their brains around that. So like what I like personally like I learned is like if I don't put myself first, there's nothing else matters around me because it's all gonna crumble because it's like the core, the roots of who I am it won't be steady. So I think that's one of the biggest things I've learned.
how about you, Gav?
As you guys know, I've always been a selfless guy. Like throughout life, just up until like I don't know. Like I'm not gonna say I'm not selfless right now, but like I understand what has to be done and what doesn't have to be done. And I'd say that like changing would be a point of my biggest lesson learned. Cause like if you keep going throughout the day, every single day the same, for a while it's gonna get tiring. It's gonna get boring. You're not gonna like it anymore. You need enjoyment in your life. To love life, you need enjoyment and you need to have fun with life. And you need to love what you do in your lifetime. And then that's how, I mean, I'm not there yet, obviously, but I think that's a pretty good way to live life so far right now.
Yeah, I see that. I think my biggest lesson, honestly, is just don't quit.
Yeah.
Regardless if it's the people,
Everything.
like the people in your life or the things you're doing, like don't quit on those people and don't quit on what you want to do. Because like I've quit on so many things and I'm
Right.
only 20.
But
I mean, like there's been so many things that I probably could have taken super far or certain people, like, you know what I mean?
Opportunities.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
and quitting is just like, that was my biggest downfall. Like when things got hard, I would just quit. And like now, obviously, that's what, you know, what I'm aiming to fix, you know. But I'd say, you know, you can never go wrong with anything you're doing if you just don't quit. Because if you don't quit, you're gonna get there. It's gonna happen. Like it's not gonna happen tomorrow. It's not gonna happen the next day. It's gonna happen maybe not even 6 months down the road. Maybe 6 years. That's how long it takes. But that's okay. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's all part of the process. I mean, if I wouldn't have quit on the things, time flies, man.
Oh, 100%.
So, you know, before you know it, you'll hit your dream. You know what I mean?
Right.
But
I actually saw this tweet. Sorry to cut you
Oh,
off.
you're
I
good.
actually saw this tweet the other day that was like, not in today's time, it's so much like not looked down upon to quit your job if you don't like what you're doing.
Yeah, it's like very encouraged to do what you love.
Yeah.
I don't think it's bad though.
I don't think it's a bad thing, but like you also like, how do you not know if you're gonna love it down the road if you just don't like it right away and quit?
Yeah, don't
Like
give
you
it a
gotta
chance.
learn within something to love it.
I feel like when you love what you do, no matter how tough the times get, you get through it because you love what you do.
Right.
Yeah.
Like that's the most important thing. Like I've realized, like even within career and any goals I've had, how they've changed. It's not so much for the materialistic money, things like that. It's just, am I going to be happy doing it? Because that's like the number one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess you only realize that with time. You know what I mean? But
There's one more lesson that I want to talk about, and this isn't just from me, like me learning this. This is also from watching like other people, and this is kind of controversial. But breakups are for a reason. Don't go back. I think that's a very good lesson that
It's
I've learned
situational.
from myself and other people.
It's definitely situational.
do you think there's certain circumstances where it works? Because I kind of disagree.
Maybe 5%. I feel like so many people just get hung up and screw themselves.
I think the
Seen it with
thing.
my own eyes.
I think the thing is, it depends.
It's
It's hard because both people, like once the breakup happens, I think both people have to be in that same mindset of growth for themselves and doing things to better themselves. And if that happens, which most of the time it doesn't, it's either one or the other or neither of them do it.
Mm-hmm.
And then they get back. You know what I mean? When they just miss it, like it's not, you can't go about it that way. You know what I mean? Both people you have to trust, I guess, that, you guys are both going to grow on your own. And then after time goes by, if you still have those feelings, which you probably will, because normally when you love people, you don't stop. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Honestly, I've never at our age seen an example of it working. So that's where I take most of my data from.
Maybe not at our age, just specifically because we're not fully matured.
No.
I mean, I think I am. I don't think.
Okay, there's
You're not fully
something you're
matured.
not fully mature.
Not fully, but I think I'm more mature than others.
Oh yeah, I
Okay.
didn't say that, but because if you're not mature in the relationship at the end, then it's gonna split up and it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be a bad breakup. You're not gonna want to talk to each other, and then it's gonna be toxic. Where if you guys talk to each other, you're gonna get back together, and it's just all gonna happen again.
I don't have a good breakup
Yeah,
though.
yeah, but here's my philosophy. Here's my thinking. Okay, you can have a perfect relationship with somebody. Yeah, you go through hard times, blah blah blah, but you stay together through thick and thin. You stay, like, you know what I mean. There's no breakup time period or anything.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. But I think what's even more beautiful is like if people break up and they both actually grow, like they both genuinely take time for themselves, better themselves, realize, that not one person was wrong or the other. They were both wrong in their own ways because, it's all about communication. You weren't able to communicate how you were feeling at the time the proper way. So people took things the wrong way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that it's beautiful if two people can settle those differences on their own, grow, come back together, and then be stronger than ever. Like that's a great story. Like I admire that.
Yeah, but don't you think, like, okay, I get that. I love
Like, it's just
the
who I am.
happy ending. I love it.
You know what
But
it
at
is?
the end of the day, you have to understand that even if that happens, there will always be outlier things and like underlining
You
things
just have to move
that
past
will
it.
that some people just can't like gate over it. I don't know. I just
Yeah.
think it's a cook situation.
It
but
takes like you have to be I think you have to be a very self-confident person to be able to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't know, you can't worry about what happened when you weren't, you know what I mean? Like you really have to like try not to hold that grudge. I mean,
Yeah.
it's easier said than done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm more of the person to where it's like, if you love somebody, you know what I mean?
Bro,
Just go
life's
for it.
too short, dog. You can't hold grudges. Like
Yeah.
we
And,
only
like,
on this planet for
and-
how long? We don't even know.
And if you love somebody, like, dude, just go after it. Like, I'll never be, there's certain scenarios to where I'd say, okay, if you get cheated on, don't go back to I mean, that's just like,
Do you think love's real?
yes.
Yeah, love's real.
I don't think it is.
Why?
The feeling of love.
I think it's literally just our brain releasing chemicals to mate because that's what our anatomy says.
Well, that's definitely a thing, but I think love is real.
I think it's all created.
Well,
within
that's
our
how
mind.
that's all your emotions are made
Okay.
like that.
Ready? If love isn't real, then why for over a year you were heartbroken over somebody? Every day there would be something that makes them pop in your mind, and you wouldn't think about the normal
because I was,
sexual things or like you would just want to be around that person.
because I was stupid.
No,
I know, because I realize now that I wasted a year of emotions over somebody who
No, you
did not
didn't.
deserve it.
you could be more wrong because you grew a lot because of that.
Yeah, but it was wasting my like own happiness over somebody like that. in my life, there's no way. I wish I could have experienced my freshman year and like my end of my senior year and freshman year of high school. Yeah, I grew up shit ton. Yeah, of course, like being like hurt and well, you always grow. But sometimes I wish I didn't have some of those days when I was that depressed. I couldn't enjoy prom. I couldn't enjoy graduation. I couldn't enjoy any of it because I was so sad. And I was like, now I think back and it's like, if I wasn't so sad, maybe I could have had a better memory.
Okay, but when you look back at those times, were you really sad? Because I remember those times. I don't, if you look back, you weren't as sad as you thought you were.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not that I was like fucking like that sad. It was more of I couldn't enjoy it to the full potential because of my own mind.
I mean, if it's clear that somebody doesn't love you, then obviously I'm gonna say like, and you know what I mean? Like it's very clear. Yeah. If someone is showing that they don't, then I'm gonna say you need to release yourself from that situation. But in most cases with people, when they break up, like they're gonna love each other always.
Yeah, some people are just shitty, but I guess we can go to the next question.
We can go to the next question. All right, I'll do this one. This one was from Trey Esculin.
Shut up.
Ways to cope through hard times and situations.
Ooh,
I got something for this one.
Deep one.
Yeah, this is deep.
My thinking on it is this. Regardless of when you wake up and how you feel and what's going on in your life, no matter how bad it is, I don't care the situation. The sun is still going to shine. Life is going to keep on moving, regardless of how you feel. You have no choice but to move forward. You have no, what are you going to do?
Life keeps going.
It's okay to be sad for a little bit.
Yeah.
But then you got to say, okay, now how am I going to get out of this situation? You got to look at it like that. And you got to look at it as a positive thing. Okay, this happened to me. Good. Say, good. I'm going to get better now. I am going to be stronger than I was now. That's why this is happening to me.
Right.
That's really how you have to have faith.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's so hard to have faith in tough times, but that's my voice just cracked. Sorry. That's what makes the great people different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. When it comes to hard, like for me, at least, like it's something that you never know how you're going to handle it until you're actually in the like hard time and situation. So I don't know, like preparing for it is like a right way to talk about it. But I think the way to deal with like extremely like bad hard times, like for me, like I'll use my example of my story. It's like, my sister passing away, clearly, like I talked about it before, it's the worst thing that's ever happened to me. Most traumatic, like wouldn't wish like anyone to ever go through that in their entire lives. And, I was very lucky in that situation, even though I wasn't. But, my sister was my role model, right? And this is like an example for like death or like grieving or something like that. Mm-hmm. And since my sister was my role model and I looked up to her so much, I was able to use her as my own motivation to continue on, because I was like, I know what I have to do for her. At the end of the day, I know that I have to push forward. I have to take that next step, and I have to become a great person, be everything that I want to be, and follow my dreams, follow my heart, and do everything. And it's what's not kept me down. It's like I can't even lay down. Like there was times I definitely like tried. Like even today, like I went to the cemetery today to like go like talk to my sister, and like I broke down and cried. I do it all the time. But at the end of every single time I break down, I think to myself and I'm like, you know what? It's time to like get back up and it's time to move forward, because one foot after another, you have to get better and you have to, strive for something.
So are you saying that in order to get through like a tough situation, you have to find a deeper why than yourself? You have to find something deeper that's going to push you. Because like I totally agree with that.
Like for me, yeah, like because it's like how can you make sense of it? Like a 27-year-old like girl who just graduated is a doctor now, dying just out of nowhere. Like I couldn't process that in my mind. I couldn't say like, oh, this is exactly why, because God want. No, I couldn't accept that as the answer. So I made my own, which was, I don't know why it happened, but I knew I was very close with my sister. I know what she would want me to be doing right now. And so that's how I do it. That's like how like I set my goals. I get up in the morning. It's like all the thought is about her. Like I carry her like on my sleeve every single day, every moment I'm in, every situation. And I think of what she'd say to me. I think of what she'd want me to do, her advice, and I take it and I implement it in my life. And I see that in every single, my brother, my mom, everybody. She's rubbed off so much on everybody I know.
Yeah.
Everybody that knew her, and
You're a lot more like her than you think too.
yeah, and I like I kind of take that like sort of like I'm a lot like my sister, so I must carry on her legacy because of her teachings and everything that I was around her, and just we just clicked so well that like I feel like I have to be the person to carry on her legacy and just be that light in the darkness for other people.
Don't let it overwhelm you though. Like
Yeah.
that's a lot to carry. So like just like throughout daily life, like that's a lot to carry. Like I'm gonna do this because it's my sister's legacy. Like, I mean, you also have to live your legacy.
Yeah, and I agree. And I think the best way to live out my sister's legacy is I don't think my sister would want me to be an exact replica of who she was.
Yeah.
She would want me to use her teachings to make me the best version, the best
Of
Josh
yourself. Yeah.
the best Josh I could be.
Exactly. Like
Is-
the morals. Keep the morals
Mhm.
consistent. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like the the deeper things she taught you.
Yeah,
That,
100%.
that she didn't exactly say, but she taught you by, giving you a little pep talk on whatever here or there.
Yeah.
The underlying things.
100%.
I mean, how about you? Like, what do you, what is your biggest takeaway for, getting through like a tough time?
For me, tough times are like situational. So like, because like a tough time for someone can be going to work, or a tough time can be losing somebody, like grieving and all that stuff. But you have to understand that the brighter days will come. And yes, you might be in a shitty situation right now, but it's perspective based.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be like, oh, this happened to me. Why is this? You can't be a why. Because if you're a why, you're going to find everything to say why about. You'll be, why am I blah, blah, blah. But if you say, okay, I'm fortunate of what I have, and here's what I'm going to do with it, and I'm going to strive to do my best, and I'm going to put everything behind me, and I'm going to only look at the positive in my life. That's when you change, and that's when you get past the hard times.
Yeah.
And you can't fake it, and you can't push it. Like if you bottle it up, like you need to talk about it, or like even like talk about it to yourself. Say it out loud in your room by yourself. Say something, like talk to yourself. Like you need to get it out one way or another. If it's all bottled up, one day it's just gonna explode, and you're just gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah.
Go ahead.
No, that was
Okay.
done.
I think like the biggest thing too for getting through like a tough time is you got to understand something. It's not about every day waking up with the motivation to get through it. Because guess what? Motivation is an emotion, and emotions are super inconsistent. I mean, they come and go. What you need to learn is discipline.
Mm-hmm.
Discipline is what's going to get you through those tough times, because discipline is something that you can train yourself to do, and it's probably the hardest thing to do. I mean, when you're an undisciplined person, getting yourself to that point where you can say, no, I'm not doing this, I'm doing this because of, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think that discipline is the number one thing, that anyone can achieve and attain.
Don't get addicted to discipline though.
I'm totally addicted to it.
I know.
Yeah,
we
but-
all are right now, but like,
But it's like good for you. Like I feel great. Like
it is to a certain
Yeah.
extent, because you need to let your body rest.
Well, yeah, like when it comes to like working
Well,
out.
I'm not even saying that. Like your mental body too. Like
Yeah.
anything. Like you just can't always be disciplined, because if you're always disciplined, then you're always focused and you always have tunnel vision.
Yeah, you have to like enjoy life, I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah.
Like you need some days.
So,
You know?
Gavin, I think. Well, did you have one more
Oh
question?
yeah, I did have one more. This question was it wasn't a question. Friends with benefits.
Oh
was
yeah,
the
the topic. Yeah.
So what do you guys think of friends with?
I'll let
I don't
Austin
know.
start that one.
I've never had that friends with benefits before. I don't think I ever would, because I'm not into that. If that makes sense. Like
Yeah.
I've never been like if I'm not dating somebody, I'm not doing like sexual activities. If
Yeah.
that's how I'm supposed to say it.
Yeah.
Like I'm not doing that if I'm not like if I don't really have feelings for the person, because
Yeah.
it's just never been
Like
like
with
something
me.
I've enjoyed, or something that like you feel horrible. Like I don't know how people do that and have no emotion attached to it. Maybe I'm not a strong enough person, or maybe my
You're
morals
a
are just
little
totally
too strong. I think.
Yeah, I think it's weak. I don't know.
I think you're too strong emotionally to just have that. Okay, boom, it's over,
Yeah.
and then like you kind of like just give yourself to somebody, and you're like, oh, I want more, or you feel empty because you don't want more, and you're like, I shouldn't have done this.
And that's like that empty feeling is like what I would avoid. You know what I mean? Like it's just like I don't know. What's the point of it?
Yeah, it's tough because I think it's almost nearly impossible for not one person to catch feelings.
Yeah.
like for example, like in my circumstances, it's always happened where somebody caught feelings.
It was always you.
No, absolutely, it was not always me.
Okay. So I'll give you like 1 or 2 situations where it wasn't you. Out of like the 50.
Nah, probably like at least 3 or 4.
But it was never
Wait,
friends
you
with
say 50?
It was never like friends with benefits.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about. Yeah,
Yeah, I said 50. There's probably a solid 50 girls that you've
I've been with like that. Do not put that out there. Like they make me like
not
the,
been with like that. I'm
Let's
talking
not
just
put
like
that out
sim
there.
for. I'm not okay. That wasn't friends with benefits speaking.
God, yeah, say like but no, yeah, it's like just tough because somebody will catch feelings, and then like when someone catches feelings and the other doesn't have any sort of feelings, and you're like, fuck this. It's like it's hard. Like how do you tell somebody like in that situation? Oh, I'm sorry, I just don't like you. I was just banging you. Like,
I mean, like I'm not a fan of one night stands. So being friends with like the friends with benefits thing is just like to me even worse. Like you're just consistently doing it.
Yeah, like there's this one example. Like I was friends with this one girl, and then like she liked me, and I started to like her. This was senior year summer, and it caused a lot of internal friendship or friend group like arguments. I'm getting a like spam call right now. Sorry. So yeah, like it also causes like that. Like if y'all like have a friend group and then it's like, oh whatever, like these two like each other and then they don't. Like one person loses feelings, doesn't like the other, and then it's like it's divided. So that's just what like my experience is. I mean, maybe some people like having friends with benefits. Like if that's dope.
I mean, I'm not down it. I'm not saying you're a bad person if you do it. I mean, like, totally, it's like do your thing. It's just I'm telling you, like my feelings on it. Like, what about you?
I would personally never be able to. Like as you guys know, like if I like somebody, I like somebody.
You're a very emotionally invested person.
I am, but it's okay sometimes.
It's a good thing. I am too.
I definitely like. Yeah, you get the benefit of having sex, but like, what else do you get? You don't get. There's no other benefit.
You get the if you count that as oh my god, that's a benefit. Like it's not a benefit, dude. It's
well, like that's the whole thing to it. It's just has like if friends with benefits.
Some people are just down bad, like straight up, like they're just super down bad.
But if you're down bad, why is that what's on your mind? Oh, I need, you know what I mean? I need to get with someone. How about you pick yourself up out of the gutter and make a decision for yourself?
That's what rules the world, bro.
For too many people, it should not rule the world in any way, shape, or form.
I know, but it does. Powerful. It's a powerful, powerful thing.
It is.
Do you say that it runs you in your life?
Absolutely not. Ain't no simp.
What is the it you guys are talking
I'm a simp,
about?
but I don't think it runs my world. I don't think those are related.
Yeah, no. I mean, like, the only time like I become a simp is never over that. It's more like I love the person.
Like if I genuinely just like fuck with you, like I don't know. There's no stopping me from there. That point, I'm gone.
There's no going back. There's like, oh no, we can be friends. Yeah, I hate when girls do that shit. Like it's like, okay, like we both like each other, and we've been like hanging out, and then like one day, I just want to be friends. I don't want this to. Yeah, bro. Like it's like I can't like just go back to like, okay, yeah, what's up?
I know.
Like after like
maybe they can, but like
I don't know.
I mean, it depends. I mean, if you had real feelings for him, you can't do that.
Yeah, it's super hard. Super cooked.
Yeah.
I do definitely catch feelings quick though, so like I can't.
I don't.
I do.
I don't.
I'd say it's like my worst thing. It's like
I was gonna say me and Josh have like the same. Like me and him know this. Like we have like the same thing.
Like meet a girl and I think she's the one. I'm thinking about the wedding. Like before I even know her name.
We in the church. We on the beach.
I don't know
It's our kids'
why.
names.
I don't. Like I don't fall fast. It's only ever fallen for one person. You know what I mean? Like
because that's not you only. Like that one example of like
two people.
ice skating.
Okay, I can't say one person. I have two people.
Yeah, but ice skating chick, Buff State parking lot. Remember you were like low-key falling out there.
I wasn't though. You know what I mean? It was just like, you know.
I feel you.
Like it wasn't like I was falling for a girl.
Right.
I mean, not a bad thing was playing in the car. But. All right. Well, if we're gonna get to I say we get to the final question that we have for today, which is
merchandise.
We've been getting a lot of questions about that.
So if you guys actually would buy merch and like want it, like let us know. Like leave a like on the video, comment saying I want merch. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on TikTok. We have a lot of social medias. Let us know because we would be willing to bring that to y'all if you guys want it.
If we definitely like, if we get a lot of people that actually want it, why would we not, Josh?
I say we should make a mark. We make a goal.
What's our
I
goal?
say
100,000 likes.
no. Okay. No. I say we'll make it, if we can get 250 likes on the video, and if we can get 150 subscribers, we will drop merch.
Limited
That is a promise. It will be limited.
Hoodies, shirts,
Signed.
Yeah.
we got stringers.
Don't worry, we'll
We
figure.
got the stringers.
Don't
We got
worry.
the hats.
Signed by
It's
me.
in the works already. Don't worry about
Hey,
it.
if
It
you
will
want the
be crazy.
signature, let us know. We got you.
Yeah, I got you.
But I'd definitely be down to drop merch. Like I think even like even just if we just wore it, but like
Yeah.
I definitely want to get it to people who want it. But
Yeah,
like,
100%. I mean,
Just
like
like
I
t-shirts.
said, what did I
Right.
say? I just totally 150 subs, 250 likes.
Yeah.
You reach that mark, and merch will be dropped within 3 weeks from when it happens.
within a month,
Within a month. Yeah.
so
It'll
we'll get on it.
Or on Twitter. It just doesn't have to be on YouTube. Let us know. We got a Twitter. We
Let
got a
us know. Hit us
TikTok. We all got personal social medias. So just let us know. And, if you guys like the podcast, you can subscribe too. That'd be
Subscribe, hit the like button, noties, watch the premiere.
Like, not even for the merch. If you just like it, like if you can just like us up. Be very appreciative. All right, but we appreciate y'all support on episode 3 and episode 2. Episode 2 blew up. We appreciate it a lot. So thanks for tuning in again for the 4th episode of Unstable Talks, and we will see you guys next week.
Peace.